Hey guys, this is John. All right, so I just woke up a little while ago and I've been idling on ICC and I just got a challenge from this Grandmaster Blitz or DDD, Dance Dance Revolution maybe? And this is the Russian Grandmaster Daniil Dubov. So Grandmaster Dubov. And this guy's super strong. He's well in the 2600s, great young player. I saw recently that he played Eric Hansen in a bullet match on chess.com. So I'm happy to just get a game against this guy. And who knows, maybe we'll play several games. I just started my recording and I hoped he had not taken away his challenge. So the challenge was still active. Let's play Rook B1. I'm going to try for B5. This is 3 minute, no increment. He played A6. Okay. I think I'm going to try to break in the center. Not sure about B5 anymore, but breaking in the center seems correct. Now remember, these ratings that you see are somewhat inflated. Obviously, I play nowhere near 3,000 strength. No one in the world plays near 3,000 strength at the moment, FIDE ratings. But on ICC, there's a separate Blitz category, and that's what we're playing here. So it's not the 5 minute pool, as you've seen before. It's a separate Blitz category entirely. Okay, so he's kind of making some efforts to close down the center. Let's play... Let's actually just go bishop e3. The bishop looks well placed here. I think my position is all right now. It's probably good what he's doing. I think this makes sense, how he's playing it. I worry that my d4 square will be weak in the long run. So let's go here and just try to probe him a little bit. I don't want to trade dark square bishops because then his knight might get a nice square to work with. So I think I should try to keep some tension in the position, at least for a little while. Let's bring this back. Maybe knight a4 to come, although I could see him putting that bishop on d4 at some stage. I might have played this opening a little fast as I was talking here. That's an interesting looking maneuver. Let's get this bishop working. So just try to target d7 and maybe the knight behind it on c8. It's quite likely that I may have to give back the bishop pair if I want to try to obtain a reasonable position. I don't think I'm any better at this point. That's an annoying move because he's hitting c4. I guess I could play rook over here, let him take, and then maybe bishop takes f6, but my position is kind of shaky. Yeah, there's knight a3 ideas as well. Not sure about that. I guess I'm going to play knight e2. Which covers d4. Yeah, he brings this in. That's an annoying response. Can I save c4 now? I might have to open the position and hope. Okay, let's bring this over. Or maybe the other one. Let's do the other one. Let's leave f2 defended. I'm down on time, and it looks like I might lose c4. So my position has seen better days. I'll tell you that. All right, I think I'm going to have to give up one of the pawns. So give up the c4 pawn. Let's play king g2. Get our king up a bit. Let's play h4. Just a useful move, kind of helpful. Get ready for this trade. I mean, the good news is he's a long way from actually converting this extra pawn, but that doesn't make me feel any better about my position. Being down a pawn for virtually no compensation. Probably no compensation is fair to say. Okay, let's try to get this out and cover f2 in the process. Let's see if he wants to trade. Okay, let's take this. At least now I can say I have two bishops versus two knights. That's a minor victory, perhaps. Okay, let's go here. So c4 is a bit unstable at the moment. We're both under a minute now. I know this guy is very fast, so I'm not taking anything for granted on the clock. Okay, let's take that. He's got to take with his queen. Let's gain a little space on the king side. These knights are somewhat awkward. It's not so simple to exploit his advantage here. I might just want to wait now. It may be in my best interest just to kind of sit here. Let's go here. Although I'm not on the knight anymore, on c4. Yeah, he can play that. Okay, I got to go here and defend. Bishop e3 now. Ah, I win the c5 pawn. That's quite good. And I might be winning the knight behind it, too. Ooh, suddenly the tables have turned. Okay, he found a good way to play this, though. So let's take and then play here. He's got to do something so his knights protect each other. Okay, let's do this. I have 19 seconds to his 20. I came charging back in this game. Let's not blow it if we can. Let's just... I can't even go there. Okay, give it check. Let's go here. Let's go here. Is that knight almost trapped? I think it is. If knight b2, I have bishop c3. Yep, so he has to sack now. Okay, we'll put a stop to that. See if he takes that pawn. Okay. All right, we got him. So we got him on time. Let's see if he wants a rematch. I really hope the audio is working for this. Sometimes when I first load a stream without checking it, a video without checking it, the audio is a little sketchy, but I'm hoping for the best here, Team Scandy. So Blitz or DDD, this is the second game against Dubov. Let's play, okay, against this one, I think I'm going to go queen b6. And then if he plays bishop e3, probably bishop c5. I might want to play knight c5 too, though. This is kind of a theoretical position. Bishop c5, he can play d4, but still I think I should do this, so let's play that way. If d4, bishop e7, so this should be fine. And now maybe a5, just to control the b4 square. Maybe queen b4, bringing the queen up to offer a trade at some stage will be useful. Okay, he plays knight bd2. And in fact, I could crowd him with queen b4 right now, but I think he's going to play a rook to c1. Let's just castle. Let's be smart about this and try not to get too far behind on the clock. I'm actually just going to retreat this knight, which also stops knight d4. I think it could be helpful to stop that move. Okay, let's go after that pawn on e2. Just making sure my mic is good here. Looks odd. Strange looking placement. I think he's going to try for h3 and then g4. That must be his plan. So it probably doesn't make much sense for me to play h6 then. Let's actually bring the queen back here. Why not? Queen c3. Okay, let's take. Push a4, just gain a little space. Maybe I'll play rook a5 in the future. Let's take that guy. Yeah, let's bring the rook up. So pretty close position. We haven't traded any pawns. Let's bring this rook over. He's got a time edge, though, a pretty significant time edge. Let's bring this back and maybe play rook b6, I'm thinking. Yeah, let's go here. Odd-looking rook placement for me. But it could be useful down the b file. That's my hope. Okay, let's try to bother him there. See if we can induce him to play a3. We'll go here. Just hoping my rook doesn't become a liability on this square. Like against knight d2, I'd have to go back to b5. But maybe I can play for b6. You can try bishop f1 right now. That's probably a smart move to threaten stuff like e4, discovered attack on the rook. But at least I managed to clarify the pawn structure on this wing. That's not insignificant. Maybe e5 now. Yeah, let's play for e5, just try to break. If bishop f1, rook a5, and I think it's all right. We're gaining back a little time. Nothing major, but a little time. Okay, let's go g6. I want to go knight f8 to e6, but I am very wary of the fact that he might try f5 to disrupt this plan. Let's actually go here and play knight e6 anyways. I think I need some space, and this looks like a good way to do it. Okay, we'll bring this rook over. It wasn't doing anything on a8. It was kind of superfluous there. Maybe playing knight d7 and going for e5 is smart. So he wants knight c3. That's pretty clear. e5 might be playable here. In fact, I'm going to do it. Looks like the right timing for it. So if he takes, I play knight d7, and I'm getting either the e pawn or the c pawn. That's my thinking. That just hangs a pawn, doesn't it? Not sure why he played that. Yeah, and after the trade, he can't play knight e2 because of d3, so he has to go knight d1, which looks pretty bad. And then maybe I can maneuver and try to attack this c5 pawn. So I am liking my position right now a lot. Let's just go here and then take the pawn on c5 with the knight next. Yeah, simultaneously defending here. I can go here because I'm threatening to take this with check. That's key. Yeah, he really blew that game. He just resigned. All right, issuing a rematch. And here we go. Let's play d4 against him this game. See how he wants to play this. This is great practice for me, guys. I mean, you can't really get much better practice than this from the comfort of your own home. I'm sitting here in Minnesota, and I'm getting a game with one of the top young players in the world. So you just, you can't get that. And that's why you see so many people who are able to rapidly improve these days, because of the internet and because of all the resources available online. Okay, this is a move that I actually faced recently against Tall Baron. I played e4 in that game, but, well, you know what? Let's do it again. Why not? Yeah, c5, d5, and then Baron played queen e7 here. And I think, just try to remember, I think knight ge2 is the move. Yeah, I believe this is the way to go. This is what happened in my game against Tall Baron, right? This game was only played like a month and a half ago, but it's already hard to remember. Okay, I'll take this way. He castles, okay. Probably I should go for bishop g5, just for the pin. And queen e4, so offering a timely trade. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe I'll just castle, though. And say, you can take the c4 pawn, but then I get f6. And I get to double up your pawns. So let's pre-move this, because I have a feeling he might trade. But white does have a development lead here. This is a nice aspect of my position. Let's go here and just defend f2. Let's target that pawn on d6. Bishop f5, I'll have to drop back, so I can go king b3. Yeah, I better play king to c1. King b3 looked too risky. He does have some slightly annoying activity here. Maybe I can get a chance to play knight b5, though. Yeah, hence he's taking. So let's take this way. We're about even on time. He's ignoring the attack here because he sees that he can get f2. But what if I play knight b5? Knight b5 would just win that pawn, would it not? Looks like it. Yeah, going after d6. So I can leave my bishop firmly on this square and play to just take this pawn, basically. Which conveniently would attack his bishop as well. So, all right, let's take this guy. Plays a6. He doesn't want my knight coming out. But still, I like my position a lot. What to do from here? Bishop e2 maybe? Looks like a normal move. Developing, attacking the knight. If knight e5, I have f4. So that's a convenient little move. Let's just get this over. I think I'm up a solid pawn right here. It's also very nice that he can't use the e8 square for his pieces. Okay, let's go bishop d3. Just look for a trade. try to neutralize this light square bishop. Maybe I could have played something involving like f4, f5, but I'm not going to try it. Just take here. Takes back. Knight e4 maybe? Nah, probably b3. Probably I need to stabilize the situation. I definitely want to play knight e4 at some point soon to try to free myself, but this is not a super simple position anymore. Maybe I need the king up a little bit. Let's do that. Play the king up to c3 and then go for knight e4. That could be a plan. Again, my bishop defends this knight, so I'm not really worried about that. I have to play a little faster, though. I have 45 seconds left. I think he sees that I want to play knight e4. Okay, so let's do this. If f5, I always have bishop h4 if I need it, so no biggie. Knight back to d6. Maybe I can play for rook e8 hereafter. Yeah. Okay, let's just do that and simplify. I gotta try to simplify the position a bit, I think. And again, I think the knight coming to d6 is going to be okay. Let's go d6, try to get the knight out. Otherwise, it's looking a little lame on that square, the e8 square, isn't it? So knight c7 is what I want to do. If knight c8, knight c7, I am hitting a6. That's nice. Pull the king back. Okay, I'm going to do this right away. Let's come over here. Let's bring our king up a little bit. Maybe rook c8 if we get a chance. We're going to play for the win here, guys. Don't really want to draw. All right, he resigned. Yeah, for rook d2, I have rook a5. I don't know if resigning was necessary. Oh, and he immediately logged out. Okay, that was pretty abrupt. Wow. All right, so we win 3 games against Blitz or DDD. And I'll just show you his finger notes just so you can kind of see his stats. So yeah, he's a young guy. He's 10 years younger than me. I was born 86. So he's 19 years old and really, really strong. I don't know exactly what his elo is right now, but I'd say, if I had to guess, somewhere around 2650. So excellent player. Maybe we can just recap these games real quick. This is a pretty short video, but 3 high-quality games against a good opponent. So the first game, I was certainly getting outplayed. Let's go back and take a look at that one. I think my opening play was a bit superficial. I have seen Dubov play this setup for white before, so I think he's well-versed in this opening. And it's interesting to me that he developed the kingside knight to e7 rather than f6, as most people do. So he is playing flexibly in that regard. And after queen b3, knight c5, I did drop the queen back to c2. I think my pawn somehow got overextended in this one, because after some exchanges here, there was this glaring weakness on d4, and I really didn't like that aspect of my position. And he was able to trade his light square bishop for the knight, and notice that I have all these pawns on light squares, and this light square bishop is somewhat restricted. So that was no fun, really. After bishop c5, I have a feeling I'm worse. Let's take a look at what the engine says. Actually, the engine likes my position. I wonder if the engine is slightly overrating white's chances. Queen c1 kind of looks like just a stabilizing move. I mean, undeniably, I have a space advantage here, but it feels like black is getting certain squares, especially the dark squares, c5 and d4. Maybe this operation wasn't so good. Yeah, now knight e2 it really dislikes, and the evaluation kind of goes downhill. yeah, I lost the c4 pawn, and frankly, I was lucky to get back in the game and eventually even win. So I think he lost sight of the bishop e3 possibility, which I could have played right here even, but I didn't want to lose the e4 pawn. So I played bishop f3 just to stabilize e4, and then we got this in, and I managed to win from here. Okay, I think he's back, actually. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrap up this video, and I'm going to start part 2. He logged out and then came back in. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for part 2. I hope we play again. Bye, guys.